just have a couple of more thoughts on this Kei'Mani Latigue case out of Toledo, Ohio. If you haven't heard of the case, Kei'Mani Latigue was 13 years old. She was missing. She was found in an abandoned home. She had been raped severely. There was a lot of trauma to her body. Her hands had been removed. Her head had almost been removed. And the details of the case came out because an officer said this statement to a news station. He referred to the person who did this to her as an animal. The person he called an animal was her father, Darnell Jones. So a lot of details have came out, and she was found in this abandoned home. Now, this abandoned home was set to be demolished very, very soon. And I'm wondering if this father of hers had prior knowledge of this house getting set to be demolished, because if so, was his intention for Kei'Mani to be demolished with the house? What did he put her here because he knew of this information? Because the details of this house getting demolished came out very fast, just as fast as all the details about this case came out. So I'm wondering if he knew this. I also heard the statements about the chief coming out and saying that he was upset with Brian Still, the officer who came out and called Kei'Mani's father an animal and said that, you know, all the stuff that had happened to her, he released all those details to the news. And the chief is upset, rightfully so, because this could harm the case tremendously. It can give the defense a reason for Darnell not to have a fair trial. And so his trial could be, you know, dismissed, or he could have a mistrial because of this. So it was very, very incompetent of that officer to release that amount of details to a news station. Usually we wouldn't get all of those details right away, and we did. I also can't help but wonder if Kei'Mani was another race, would those details have came out? Because they weren't considering her parents, her family, or anybody that would have heard the details of everything that happened to her. They weren't even sure if this was Kei'Mani in the house at the time that they found her. So yeah, it was totally insensitive on Brian Still's part to release those details and to say all that stuff. I am in agreement with this chief that said that.